Dearly beloved friends, it's good to be with you again today as we continue our journey through the first letter of John. We're doing that as a sacred reading, as a Lectio Divina, which really means sacred reading. The sacred reading is a process by which we kind of expect and anticipate when we read a sacred text that it will speak to us, that something more than just the words on the page will come to us and perhaps give us a word of encouragement or call us out, call us to accountability, remind us of who we are, something along those lines. And to that end, we practice being as fully present in this moment, whenever this moment is for you, as you can be. Perhaps you'll attend to your breath, in and out, feel your chest rising, your belly expanding, or something along those lines. But you practice being present and then listen deeply for what the text may speak to you. Now, I encourage you, if you do Lectio Divina on your own, whatever the sacred text is you're reading, that you read it aloud, because it engages the body, not just the mind, not just the eyes, but it engages the body. It engages your lungs as you breathe in and out so that you can read aloud. It engages your vocal cords, the vibrations of sound. And so you not only read it and have it go directly into your consciousness, but you read it aloud and you hear it as it enters you. You feel the vibrations of the text, the energy of the text, the spirit of the text as it comes to you. And you listen deeply, believing that that spirit will speak in those moments. Today we pick up with 1 John chapter 2, verses 7 through 11. Now, I'm going to reflect at the end about what I heard in the text, but I'll give you just a second in between. You can stop the video if you want to and just kind of do your own response to the text, what it said to you before what your response might be is in some way affected by my response. But if you just want to hear my response to the text, you can just keep playing to the end. So this is 1 John, again, chapter 2, verses 7 through 11. Hear these words. Listen for a word from the Lord. My much loved friends, I am not giving you a new teaching, but an old one, the same one you were given at first. The old teaching is the message you have heard. On the other hand, I am giving you a new teaching. Its truth is found in Jesus and also in you. For the darkness is fading, and the true light is already shining. Anyone who says, I walk in the light, but hates another is still walking in the darkness. Anyone who loves others is walking in the light and has no reason to trip or fall. But anyone who hates others is in darkness and walks in darkness. Such ones have lost their way because the darkness has blinded their eyes. As I listened to the text, as I was reading it and it crossed my path, it'd be very easy for me to be drawn into the either or of this. You either walk in the light or you walk in the darkness. And that love is the path of light and hate is the path of darkness. be very easy to be drawn into that kind of dualistic way of hearing it. But I heard it in kind of as I was listening to it, I heard it in a sort of different tone for me today. I thought of those who hate, and perhaps I'm one of them sometimes. I like to believe I walk in the path of light and that I can see and not trip. But those who walk in darkness can't see what they're doing. They don't even realize what they're doing. And I heard the call in the text for me to be intentional in not only walking in the light, but sharing the light, particularly knowing that I might encounter people who are walking in the darkness, who feel that hate is the only way, that because of fear or whatever it is that drives them to that place of hate. And having been afraid and hateful at times in my life, it's something I recognize. But if I could potentially bring that light into all my encounters, not see my encounters as either or, recognizing that those who walk in the darkness need light, and not from some kind of lecture from me about how they're walking in the darkness, but simply through my being the light, letting the light that is not my light to begin with shine in and through me. This new commandment is the old commandment, that we love one another and that we love God. And to love in any form, to truly love, is to walk in the light. And to hate in any form is to walk in the darkness. I need to be reminded of that. It's very easy for me to decide sometimes in my own judgmental way who is right, who is wrong, who's in, who's out, who to hate, who to love. And it doesn't sound like in that text there's much choice for me. I don't choose who I love. I simply choose to love. And to love with resilience, in risk and uncertainty, in the midst of a world that needs love more than ever, as much as ever. And it's the path Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. And we're still needing to be reminded that there is not, that our calling is to be light and to walk in the light and to love. So remember today, you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. And that part of the giftedness you have is that you can choose to love in the face of hate. You can choose to walk in the light in the face of darkness, and not to judge the other who walks in darkness, to realize that they're tripping and falling because of the darkness in which they walk, and perhaps to simply be the light. So if that is meaningful to you, great. I hope that you will be filled with light and let that light shine. And until the next time, I wish you all the best.